You know, it's funny how sometimes the most common, everyday words can be hiding the most incredible secrets. We use words like make or do constantly without even thinking about them. But today, we're going to go on a little deep dive because we're going to unpack a single ancient Greek word that connects the creation of the entire universe to our simple daily actions. So let's get right into it.
So just look at these two ideas. On the one hand, you've got the ultimate act of creation. Bringing everything into being. And on the other, you have a really simple personal action, just doing what someone asks of you. These feel like they're a million miles apart, don't they? One's about making something from absolutely nothing. The other's about just, performing a task. How could they possibly be connected?
Well, what if I told you that in the original Greek of the New Testament, the words for created and does in those exact phrases are the same word? Exactly the same. That's the mystery we're going to solve together in this explainer.
Okay, so our investigation starts with the star of the show. The key that's going to unlock this whole thing is a Greek verb that you are about to get very, very familiar with.
And that word is poieo. Now, at its core, it's a super versatile word. Your dictionary is going to tell you it means to make, to create, or to do. But, as we're about to find out, that simple definition is barely scratching the surface of what this word can do.
And get this isn't some obscure, rarely used word. Oh no, Poieo shows up a staggering 570 times in the New Testament alone. That is a ton. This word is literally everywhere, hiding in plain sight, shaping the meaning of so many passages in ways we just miss in English. That number by itself tells you just how foundational this word really is.
So, to really get a handle on poieo, we have to start big. As big as it gets. Let's look at how it's used to talk about the divine act of creation itself.
Right here, that word translated as made. Yep, you guessed it, that's poieo. And this isn't just talking about building something from parts that are already there. This is the cosmic, divine power to bring the entire universe into existence.
And here's another perfect example. In this really foundational statement about all of humanity, the word for God's creative act is poieo. It's describing the very origins of our existence as a direct creative act from God.
Okay, so poieo is about cosmic creation. Check. Got it. But now, let's do a complete 180 and see how this exact same word is used to describe human stuff, and this is where its incredible range just comes to life.
Just think about this range for a second. Poieo is translated as performing a task, bearing fruit, obeying a command, preparing a way, building something. It's even used for working a miracle. It covers the whole shebang, from the totally mundane to the absolutely miraculous, from simple obedience to making something incredible happen. This word is an action powerhouse.
And here's the contrast in all its glory. We go from God made the world to this really simple, direct, personal command, do this. It is the same Greek word poieo. This one word somehow bridges the enormous gap between creating galaxies and making a single human choice.
So, how do we make sense of this? These two meanings feel like total opposites, a cosmic make and a personal do. Well, the answer isn't that poieo has a long list of different meanings, it's that it describes one single, powerful idea that exists on a spectrum.
Here's the secret, the big reveal. Poieo is always about bringing something into being. It's just a matter of scale. So, on one end of the spectrum, God poieos. He brings the entire universe into existence. In the middle, you've got Jesus performing miracles. He poieos water into wine, bringing a new reality into being where it didn't exist a second before. And then, on the other end, there's us. We poieo. We bring God's will into being on earth through our actions.
So at the end of the day, poieo isn't just about making or doing. It's about creating. It's about taking something that's just an idea, or a will, or a potential, and making it real. Whether that thing is a universe, or a miracle, or a simple act of faith, it's all poieo.
Now, this is way more than just a cool piece of linguistic trivia. Understanding poieo, like this, can actually change how we see our own lives and our choices. And that, right there, is the real takeaway.
All of a sudden, the things we do aren't just things we do anymore. They are things we create. Every single choice, every task, every act of kindness is a small-scale act of bringing something into existence. This word totally bridges the gap between what we believe and what we actually put out into the world.
And this is maybe the most powerful idea of all.
When the text says to do God's will, the word poieo is inviting us to be, well, co-creators. We're not just following a rule book. We are actively, creatively taking part in bringing God's purpose into reality, right here and right now. Our small acts of doing are directly connected to His great act of creating.
So if every action is a creative act, if every do is also a make, that leaves us with a pretty profound question to chew on. When you look at your choices, your work, your relationships, what is it that you're bringing into being? What is your life creating?